There's a deep work that is being done among these men in a circle together. So they're doing it together. They're journeying on this path to freedom. So what is it that you're doing with these guys as they journey on this path to freedom together? What does that work like?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and good point. Talking about our history of unwanted sexual behavior is definitely there. It's part of it, at some point. And because of that, reduction in shame. But that's really such a small percentage of what we really talk about, right? But just what I was relating to was even just sitting in the circle knowing that this is what the group is about. I already knew all the men struggled without them having to open their mouth.
Right.
So even without talking about any details, and we certainly do not share any graphic details whatsoever. That's
people
not
who
what
are
it's
worried
about.
that this will be triggering to them.
Correct.
Need not worry about that because it's not like going into the nitty gritty of acting out.
We absolutely we tell guys that this is definitely what we're not going to do. We're not going to give graphic details. It's not about keeping some score or record but the talking about it. So when we do talk about any specific pieces of the past, it really is to come to terms of what we've really done, who we've become, to get more in touch with that reality, and it's sobering,
Yeah.
And even those people who are believing, that God just instantaneously rescues people, even in that space, what I've seen is he can supernaturally take away that desire for a time and for a period so that you can start doing the work of, the recovery work, like he did for me. But it does come back. The idea is not that God is going to coddle us forever. He wants us to mature. So he's not going to just take away that desire forever. But I did, that is possible that he will remove it for a time supernaturally. Anyway, that's a little off track, but the stuff that we do dig into, and you mentioned the path to freedom, that's the path to freedom is the main set of curriculum in Men in the Battle that we go through, which was written by myself and a few other Men in the Battle leaders, and we have pulled in other teaching by permission from other authors and teachers and so on. And the real scope really isn't talking about sex at all.
Yeah.
But it's about going deeper into the root cause. What is it that caused me to behave this way in the first place, right? So, going through the past record of the sexual behavior itself is sobering. Removes some of the denial, wakes us up to the reality that we have a problem, right? And, in Men in the Battle, it's just like a lot of other, in any program, some guys are there and maybe in the beginning, they're not really ready for the kind of work that they're going to need to do because it is hard work. Looking deep into my soul, into my past, my spirit, and what made me who I am today. It's a lot of work and it takes time and courage and humility. So, but it takes courage and humility to admit that I have a problem at all in the beginning too.